We are live. Let me refresh. Make sure we are good to go. Nothing yet on my side. On the YouTube side. There we go. Wonder why I look. I'm trying to. How come my camera looked better some other times? I don't. Oh, you
Keep
know why?
changing.
It's because this purple bright playoff shirt
Oh,
is
playoff, baby.
is a little bright for this camera. Velo, what's up? Rory, Matt, and Palma, Sneaker Pickers, D-Bay, Demand Misinformation in Hand, One Kick Finder, Flippin' the Hustle, Manny Fresh, Kevin, Lucky on Three Legs, Jimmy, Tony, Rodolfo, what's up? D-Bay. Let me see, Rory, Matt, who's gonna watch Air this weekend? Who's gonna
Oh, is
watch
it this?
Mario movie?
It's this weekend too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm watching definitely Monday
uh,
without. I want an exclusive theater to myself.
there we go.
Do you like watching on a packed theater or?
I like the Alamo Draft House. Like they have like food. They have your little like
Oh,
private little tray thing. And I always
hundred
go when it's
percent.
dead. I don't. I
Oh
hate when it's
yeah,
packed.
yeah. You get served. You get, dude. Our bougie theater. They get You have all those things, right? And then they get the churros, baby, with some strawberries, some fresh strawberries, bro. I don't have to break
There
my
we.
diet for this for next week.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Mario movie. Oh, open today. That's right. It did open
Oh
today.
wow, definitely next week during the week, like a
Yeah, during the
Tuesday,
yeah
like a boring Tuesday.
random Tuesday.
Yeah.
I like that. Southtown. Let's see. Chava Trades, Sean, Baker Brand, what's up, Danny? Select Goods, what's up? David, Briola, what's up? Let me see. Velo says, anyone thinking that air is gonna have an effect on the sneaker sales and prices?
Oh, definitely. I'm definitely unloading some OG sneakers over the weekend.
So bees ready. Sneakers Envy. Sneakers Envy. What is our update? What are we at for the last 90 days? I'm trying to catch up.
I
I'm
don't think you can.
going to catch
I
up.
don't
No, no,
think you
no.
can catch up.
I have to.
You can try.
I can try. I'm not giving
This
up.
guy, huh?
I'm not giving up.
Probably like 150 now.
He's probably like at one. What's your last? Let's see what he says.
Yeah. What's
Uh,
90 day? What's 90 day? It's motivation
yeah,
Wednesday.
I like that. Let me see. DJ Brightlight, Dakota, down to 110.
Yeah, the dude had to go on vacation. Come on, like 10-day vacation. He turned his eBay off.
Oh, okay. That means I really have to catch up now.
Yeah.
I'm at 80, 88. I haven't even hit 90 yet. Almost there. We had 8 days off. Sneakers Envy. Okay.
I don't even want to talk about mine.
Well, because so tell everybody. So on Whatnot lately, though, you've been selling a lot of clothing,
Selling a lot
men's
of
and
clothing.
women's mix.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like the strategy for the now. Um, and then while building the inventory, um, obviously huge shout out to Sneakers Envy with their help. Um, you know, helping us acquire more inventory at the same time, getting all the clothing stuff. And I said, I'll sell all the clothing. I got you.
there we go.
Since clothing is the one that takes a lot more time, but we'll get there.
So updates though on Whatnot. So we just mentioned about that with B and what he's doing. A couple of things. They sent out an email on a couple of updates, and number one, you can no longer vape in
Or
front
smoke.
or
Yeah.
next to any of the products. Yeah, you can't smoke. You can't smoke weed. Can't I can't do any of that anymore. I mean, what's going on
Hey,
here?
hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm not saying it's because of us, but you're welcome.
So they're
I mean, we only spoke to the CEO and told him about it.
they're changing. It's very good.
Yeah, yeah.
They're also, if you guys have been on the app, let me see. Oh, there goes select goods. No vapes, no smoking. Let me add this in. So they have a marketplace now.
Yes, sir.
So for those of you that were wondering when or how they're gonna build a catalog of items. Man, my dogs are going crazy. The neighbor's probably outside. So here I just typed in Air Max One on the search bar and seeing what came up. So you can actually sort by, of course, brand, condition, category,
And size too.
yeah, size too. So you go to
That's a pretty
refine.
s- that's a pretty simple eBay looking catalog. I'm just joking. I'm not saying anything.
So let's see, 11 men's. Let's see what we have on my size. But the app works way better than the desktop
Oh,
version.
really? The
But
app does?
yeah, yeah, the app looks a lot better. But
Also, its iOS app works a lot better.
okay, there we go. Um, so the thing is that you can cross list from Poshmark. So
Yes.
if you are a Poshmark seller, you can get everything cross listed. How quickly have you tried it? I don't know how quick it
Bro, I
is.
haven't. I haven't. That will be the next. That'll be a project for next week.
Oh, okay. So pretty cool if you want to look at that and see. You could send offers. You could buy it now.
Yeah,
You could do any of
offers
that.
too.
So
That's and the offers are actually Select Good said it's quick. The offers actually it's like automatic payment.
oh, there you go.
Bella said looks like interface made by the beat to match eBay. I mean, yeah, the more streamlined the process, the better.
All right. So let's see. So Jordan 1 low. Make an offer. Oh man, I can't lowball. Go less than
Oh, you
25%.
can't lowball, bro.
Come on,
Bro,
man.
25% off is a lot though. What's 25% off? Click 25% off. Click it. Bro,
Uh,
172 on a 230. Come on.
come
That's a
on,
low
bro.
ball.
That's low.
That's a
low.
low ball, man. This guy.
That's just the options they're giving you.
Okay.
But there we
Which
go.
is I like though. 25% is I think that's I like that. That way you could just I wonder if you counter. Can you counter? I don't think so, huh?
I don't know. Good question.
I don't think you can counter.
Oh, okay.
Crap. You're putting me in a spot. You didn't brief me that we're gonna talk about this.
Oh,
Right
I
now.
don't even know either. Can I
Okay.
get look at that minus 2.5% off?
Poshmark would offer $50. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. Okay, so good. There goes Select Goods. It's quick. Knows what's up. Slim Pickens. There he is. So,
And
also B did a buyer appreciation giveaway. That's also a new thing on there.
feature, yeah.
What was another new feature? I think that was, I guess, more of the dashboard stuff, like some of the seller
There is the
stats.
dashboard and there is the advanced beta dashboard now.
Yeah.
Which is the advanced. You'll see all your listing, and then you can delete some of their stuff. So, um, again, that would be something that we're gonna have to explore the next few weeks. Obviously, we want to be early in these things and and learn. And if the marketplace starts popping, then we have to list there too. So just more eyes. And also too, it has been their one of their focus for this year to get their marketplace out. That way, it's not just live selling.
Yeah. I mean, the more options, the better. When it
Oh,
comes to anything, I mean, even if you cross-list it on there, who knows? Maybe you'll get some hits on there. Maybe Poshmark, Mercari, a little mix. So who knows? I mean, it just depends. Have you guys listed any shoes? So I haven't listed anything on there yet. But I do want to figure something out. But it says like coming soon, different platforms you can cross list. So, like B said, you can cross list to Mercari for now. I mean, to Poshmark for now, then go to whatnot.
hmm
But
eBay is coming though.
yeah,
eBay is
eBay.
coming.
That's what it said. More
Yeah,
platforms are coming
yeah,
soon,
yeah,
but I don't know when. But if
yeah,
once eBay's on there, I'll cross list everything. I mean,
bro. Game over.
yeah, just get 1,000 listings on there.
Sneakers Emmy got 300,000 listings. Dude, that would be game changer. Imagine for sports cards,
Oh
like
man,
those big sports card sellers on eBay that just cross list everything. I mean, they don't. And the crazy part is, if you want to go live, you can like move everything from your
exactly.
store. Uh,
Yeah, and it'll say like
Bello, yeah. So on list perfectly, you would want to cross post from eBay to Posh, right, and then to Posh to whatnot. But whatnot, the Poshmark to whatnot, that's whatnot's feature,
yeah,
right? You don't have to pay anything. But pretty soon there'll be eBay to whatnot.
Yeah. I don't know how soon, but I'm hoping it's very soon.
Does one have to apply for marketplace and whatnot? Oh, that is a good question.
That is a good question.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay,
I
B will
don't think
find that
so.
out for you
I
though.
think the live was the one that you have to apply because you
Well, that'll
can't
be
even
dope.
schedule a live. What?
That's a good question though. B will find
Mhm.
that out.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
All right, let me see. What are we doing? Okay, so before we start into the fines, because we start off with fines lately, how are sales in the chat? Of course, we have Easter weekend. That's going to be this weekend already.
Hmm.
Might want to run some sales. Maybe you could do something there.
And offers.
Offers, of course. Today was a little bit slower. Yesterday was a good day. Last Sunday was a really good day. I was really surprised. For the eBay side, Mercari has been pretty consistent. Go slow down a little bit for me. Whatnot I haven't been on. And that's pretty much it. But for the eBay side, they have been pretty good. I mean, no complaints on that side. I think the sales have definitely been there. eBay on fire. There you go, Rodolfo. I'm consistent with eBay right now. Danny, I like that. Let me see. Randy, eBay's been slow, but started selling on Facebook Marketplace. It's been booming. There we go. Select goods. Last week was so slow. Almost started sending out resumes after offers.
Oh,
Select.
I would say this week's been slower for us.
And Palma, yeah, last Sunday was good. This week is slower, maybe the slowest. All right, Mercari killing it. One kick finder, yeah, Mercari. Um, I don't know. I guess it's kind of weird. It's like you just get those random sales, and some of them are like really good money.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of. I saw one of the dumbest comments on. I'm in one of these groups, or like, I don't know what it is, but reselling groups or something that people throw you in the groups, but and someone was like,
Yeah.
"Is Mercari worth it?" And then like one guy was like, "You can't even do quantity, and you have to screenshot the label to get it out." He's like, "Too much work." I'm like, okay, so
Dang, it was required to pack and ship it for him. Up.
yeah, like, dude, like, either you're gonna work for it or you're not. And if you're not, then don't sit there and complain saying that platforms aren't worth it if you're not gonna put in the work. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
This week is good though. Select goods. Let me see. Not big time like all of y'all, but finally hit 50K in eBay for the first time. There we go. Hey,
Oh, there
milestones
you
are
go.
milestones.
Hey.
Is great. Keep it up. One sale on Goat this week, one kick finder. Yeah, I only had like 3 or 4. It was kind of slow on the Goat side, but eBay, Mercari been pretty consistent. Burlington has officially dried up sneaker pickers,
Oh,
but eBay always super consistent. There we go.
I think that's a true statement. I haven't found anything in Burlington
Let me
in
see.
the two
Oh,
times I went.
on the Mercari is dry for me. A bunch of low ballers. Rodolfo, Trina. I don't know if sales on Mercari have been enough for worth it for me. The label is a pain for sure. The label is hilarious.
What happened? I mean, I haven't sold anything. You can't download labels now.
Well, it's because like they're attached to like. I mean, you can. It's just like on one full
Oh,
eight and
so
a half
one
by
page, one page,
11.
so
Yeah.
one page, right? It's a one page. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Let me see. Problem is Mercari has a lot of non-raiders, so you have to wait 3 days for payment to be received.
Mm.
That's true too. I'll wait a little bit, but as long as the money comes in, I'll wait it out. I mean, as long as it's a good sale and getting dry out there. Ross is stepping up. It doesn't format 4x6. Yeah, that's why I do the screenshot and then I'll do the print it as a 4x6.
That makes sense.
I went last week, got a whole bunch of questionable buys. Sneakers envy. I don't like that. Questionable buys.
Mm.
Anyone gone to the outlets recently? Anything good there? Anybody finding anything good? Nike outlets, Adidas outlets. I haven't even gone. We only have one, and I just like following or seeing what people are in my area are finding, and they're not doing much either. So our Nike outlet has been pretty crappy, but maybe it'll step up soon. All right. let's get into some of the finds before we get into our main topic. Let's see. All right, so some of the finds out there. Again, Mitchell and Ness. So Platinum Series on the David Robinson. Very nice on this one. It's still considered a like a swingman. It's a 185 retail. Authentics are like 275, 300, 325, 350. I've seen some at 375. And I don't know, it's just like the Mitchell and Ness wave is just getting out of control. I'm just trying to figure out, like, man, did they really struggle that bad to really liquidate inventory?
Or they made that many products, huh?
True. Maybe they just
Or
went
or
super overstock.
are we just seeing their post COVID overstock?
Yeah, could be. I mean, then again, their stuff is really high price retail though,
Right.
which makes you question too. Like, is it really worth that much?
Yeah.
So here's another one. Here's a Shack. Oh, my boy Will, and
Ooh.
and the Penny at 30.
Oh, he was probably loving that one.
Oh yeah, for sure. And there's the same on the San Antonio Spurs on the shorts. Let me go back to the chat. Nike Outlet had 30% off backwall plus 20% off entire purchase on top. Sneaker pickers, did you get huge hauls? What did you pick up? Same thing with AK Rowdy, 30 plus 20. Did you get anything good? Rory Matt Outlet was okay, 30% off on hash. Some returns. Been buying some toys. I don't know if they'll do well. Trying something different in Palma. When will it end on Mitchell and Ness? Let me see. Still, people still buying jerseys though. I've been tracking sales. My jerseys still have. You know what? I did sell a LeBron, but not a Mitchell and Ness. But jerseys have been a little slow on the sales side for me at least.
Finally, LeBron's making playoffs, so
Sneaker flip find. Track.
that looks like a normal shoe, normal looking size.
Yeah, good size. I believe. I can't see what. Oh, 7.5. It's a little small, but also track as well. Yeah, people are definitely buying track right now. Baseball, golf.
Those like bright colored track cleats are money. That's what, 1999?
What this?
Yeah.
Oh, they're $20. Yeah, they're 20.
Yeah.
Nike picked up where Burlington has died out. Sold a toy the other day for 130. Only spent $8. There we go. Where is Ross getting them from? Tell me that. We'll fix the flood. Sneakers envy.
We'll buy more. So there's no flood.
Volt track our money. Okay, let me see. Air Max 97. $40 for the ladies. Triple black. Air Max Plus. 4D still. 45. Some of the Gore-Tex on the Vans. And football. You know what? People are buying football right now, too. I'm trying to get all that listed in football. I mean, usually they start training a little early, so it's better to get that as early as you can to get them all listed. Nordstrom Rack.
Ooh,
Anybody going?
Man. I'm
Dunks.
scarred from Nordstrom Rack.
Oh, these are Plato's. But the first one, though.
Oh.
There we go. Dunk Low. Also got the Jordan and the Golf. Jordan 4 Golf. Size 7 on both. So some of the smaller sizes showing up. I only have one Nordstrom Rack. It's okay, but not that great. Mile High Hustle. And more hats showing up. This one Packers. Browns. Titans. So some of the NFL stuff on the off season starting to show up. Save it for the season. Broncos. Let me see. The same thing on the Georgetown jersey. We got some KDs. Let me see. Danny. 3 stores, not bad. Some of the cleats out there. Nice little mix. How have hat sales been? Select goods. Hat sales, not that great. That's why I'm trying to figure out, like, do whatnot once a week? Do I not? It's because I'm not really in hat mode right now. I'm still trying to catch up on shoes. But I have really good stuff that I'm just like, But even then, it's like
Side
I know
packs too.
eBay, like yeah, eBay, they will do well. But snapbacks don't do that great on eBay. They take a while.
There's just so many of them. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. So when you search, how many results are you getting?
Yeah.
Ton. ACLS resells on the baseball and Roshi golf. You got some nice little turf in there as well. $20. Pick them up all day. And then Vegas Valet, Temple Legend 9 Elite made in Italy, $30.
Oh.
There we go.
it-
Look at
Oh.
that on the sold.
There you go. Any made in Italy, Tempo, Elite,
Wild. 350.
1000% ROI, maybe.
All right. So we're done there. Let's get into our topic. B is gonna go live again as well tonight on whatnot. Women's or men's stuff?
Women's.
Oh, okay. So I saw and I read this article about creating an entrepreneurial mentality.
Mentality.
And apparently they have 7 steps to it. Now I was kind of like, you know what? How does this relatable to us and what we do?
Right.
And I want to get B's input in this. I think some good stuff, but I'm kind of like, does some of this stuff even really work into what we do? So here we go. Let's read the chat a little bit. Mendez finds what's up. Eric D has to be fake on the cleats. Air Max shorts I got from B are fire. There go select goods. How often do you delist and relist during the year? Darren asked.
We don't.
We do. I haven't done that yet, but I definitely want to go through them and see. I want to see what the views. I want to see the click through. I want to see.
The only times you should do that are the older ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that after I'm done doing this set. I'm gonna go through those older shoes and see what those look like. Eric, cleats are they're super rare. I love
They're real. I mean, it happens. I mean, we even got remember the CR7 before, the numbered one, like those. We didn't find them, but somebody found them. Like they were like the limited to 500, something like that. Like the what the looking super flies.
Yeah, those are wild.
Those ones you should just frame it and wait till like 3 years later.
Adam, what's good? All right, so here we go for mentality. So 7 steps in your business for creating an entrepreneurial mentality. Number 1, it says create your own structure. One of the biggest challenges a new entrepreneur faces is the lack of structure. If you had a job before starting your business, chances are you had to report to work at a certain time. Obviously, you get a lunch break and all of that. But when you're working for yourself, there's a little structure to hold yourself accountable for your goals. This can throw an entrepreneur for a loop after you've let someone else's structure rule your day for so long. It can be tempting to sleep in or fill your day with activities that don't move your business forward. So you must build your own structure and stick to it. Now,
I agree.
It says on the flip side, don't burn yourself out either. When not tied to a 9-to-5 workday, a lot of entrepreneurs will find themselves working from dawn to dusk or later.
9 to 9.
Realize. Yeah, exactly. And I even realize it. There's sometimes where you just get in. But what about momentum? I mean, sometimes you just get into the momentum where you're like, I'm just going to crush this and I don't even care anything else that's going on. You'll sleep later. You'll eat later. You'll take a dump later. You're just getting into this and you're just going to move forward.
Yeah.
Get stuff listed, sorted, organized, whatever it is.
I think, I mean, I would actually kind of like, we've talked about this, like there are people that are marathon runners and sprinters. And the crazy part is between me and Glenn, he's the marathon guy, consistent pace, long. I'd be like, it's kind of like the turtle in the hare, right? I'm like, run, dash, and like go on vacation for 2-3 days, and then come back again, ready to go. I think again is for me, for some people they'll look like, man, you don't have structure, but for me that's my structure. Right, like just go hard at it until you're like falling asleep and then go hard and then sleep for 5 hours and then take a nap. I literally just got out of a nap before my live show earlier, and then now I'm like bright up and ready to roll. Um, but I think yes, you have to figure out your own structure, not the structure that you see. Because if I do Glenn's structure, then it's not me. Then I would feel bored, and vice versa. Then he would probably lose so much weight if he did my structure. Or gain.
Okay.
So Glenn is cocaine. Glenn is a weed. He's like
That's
even
hilarious.
kill, like chill. Yeah, yeah.
Retrospective gear, what's up? Let
Uh,
me see. SA says I agree. Slight goods, I feel attacked.
hmm,
Organized chaos, a Baker brand. But here's the thing though, is like if you do, let's say you do have a structure and you're doing the same thing every day, here's the thing, nothing's wrong with it, but you have to enjoy it, because if you don't,
yeah.
then you are going to feel like it's a 9
It's
to
like
5.
grinding teeth. That yeah, it's yeah. You
Work
like
till
you
right before burning, then reset, big money
yeah.
mo.
I mean, there you go.
So that's the way I felt like, because I know with merch by Amazon, like creating T-shirt designs, like it was really cool to just upload designs. There's no inventory. I get to
Mm-hmm.
use my design skills. I was like, you know what? I really like this. This is really cool. Um, and then over time, though, it felt like my job when I worked at the university. Like I
Right.
was a graphic designer for the university, doing ads and designing a bunch of things. And even though I liked designing, I didn't like designing stuff for the university. I was like, this isn't fun. Like this
Yeah.
is, I mean, it's work. And then over time, it also felt like work doing the shirt designs.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, once I don't like it, it feels like a job, I'm out.
Right.
And it's just like, ugh. But sourcing, of course, we know it's fun, it's
Everybody loves fun.
different.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even when you get a great sale, like, you get hyped because you're
Yeah.
like, just that joy of seeing something that you like, either you sourced or you took pictures of it. It's sold for the price that you wanted. There's a different thrill in that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can't follow anyone else's structure. Definitely have to find what works for you. Exactly, Adam. And also comes down to like, what do you want in
Yeah.
the end, right? Like, if you want to have time with the family, then you also know that you have to switch focus and switch timing with your business. Like, you can't be working from 9 to 9 if you're expecting to, be with your kids or something.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. So, whatnot you can list like eBay at B1 Kick Finder.
You should.
Yes,
Um,
you can.
but we're not sure yet if you need to get approved. But try it. I mean, if you guys have it, I mean, try it. Worst case scenario is you can't list, because if
Yeah.
you're not approved to go live, you cannot schedule a live. But but if you list, try it, and if it allows you, then you're good to go.
Sneaker pickers, if any part of reselling starts to feel like a drag, start uploading resume.
That is very fact. I mean, in a perfect world, you would want to love everything, right?
Yeah.
But again, for me, like I love contrast, because if something is painful and then you experience pleasure, then it's very pleasurable. So that thing. So it's like something that's so high, like finding deals, finding steals, and then listing. It's so dragging. What we have found, especially like now, we added another person in operation. What we have found is like maximize your tolerable pain. Let's say listing, right? Staring at a computer. So we have found it like 15 listings. Take a break, get a tea, go outside, walk, chat for 5-10 minutes, chill, fool around, and then go back hard at it. So kind of like, so that's our rhythm. So every 15 listings, like, bang, we good. So now you're doing listings. You're trying to be more efficient. You're trying to do fast because now you get that break. So I would say it's like the the risk, the reward, the reward reinforcement, the positive reinforcement. So you have to put a positive reinforcement on task that you hate, and I think it will work.
There we go. Is that the best part of working with your wife? Fool around and then go back to work. There
That's
we
it.
go. B.
I'm actually the cook. I'm the chef.
Oh, okay.
So I cook like gourmet breakfast sandwich, lunch, and dinners, and they smell it from downstairs. I'm like, 30 more minutes, it's ready to go. And JC and Rachel, they love, they love to eat. So
Oh, okay.
good catch, me. Yeah. Good catch,
The
good catch.
sweetest, the Swedish V. What's your worker's name again? Cheese Whiz or something? What do they call her?
Oh, Rachel Liz. Cheese whiz.
Don't they call her something on whatnot? What did they call her?
I don't
Something.
know.
What was the nickname they gave her? Didn't someone say something that they
Cheese curd. Cheese
cheese
curd.
curd?
They
What? What is going on with that?
cheese curds. Yeah. It's only cheese curds because the backstory is me, Rachel, JC, and Jim, Sneakers Envy. In 12 hours, we were like, let's go to Wisconsin. Hop in a car, went to Wisconsin, rented a van, filled the van with merch, and drove home. And we stayed overnight. And while we were there, we were like, hey, we need to, like, what's Wisconsin known for? And said cheese curds. The closest thing that has cheese curds was either Culver's or B Dubs. And we went to B Dubs.
There you go. So
Yeah.
cheese curd is now.
Yeah,
That's
so
final.
yeah, cheese whiz.
Cheese whiz. I've only gone live on Whatnot once. Will I be able to list on a marketplace still? Yeah, you should be able to. Southtown. I think you should be good to go. And let us know next week if you try it out and list a couple of things. See how that works.
Yeah,
Okay, number
so,
two. Sorry, we got off track.
yeah.
Okay, number two. It says just because you can doesn't mean you should. A very interesting phenomenon that happens when you get a business rolling is that opportunities start coming out of the woodwork. Some of these opportunities are quite exciting, and if you have yet to create any structure in your business, it's easy to overcommit. And they're pretty much saying that you cannot say yes to everything. Don't let shiny objects distract you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I
Yeah.
kind of got this in certain. There's a couple of things that I thought about this. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. The first thing I automatically thought was like some of the most flooded finds, like 20 Mitchell and Ness shorts. Like
Mm-hmm.
just because it's there doesn't mean you should,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you don't have the capital
Yeah.
and you want to be smarter on the buys.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's kind of like, ugh. Also, I mean that's very true. Different opportunities do start to show up, and kind of reminded me of this year. I did not expect big buys, bulk buys early on this year, or late last year to early this year. My plan was really to beef up the channel again, and
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
why I started off of like, man, I'm gonna hit it hard with the channel. I get the views and the videos up and everything, and that totally did not happen because of a different opportunity that came up.
Right.
And I mean, I enjoyed this opportunity that came up. I can't deny that. But at the same time, it's like we talked about that before. You have to really switch here and there if something comes up, and you got to be
Yeah.
ready. Kind of like Big Money Mo said too. Someone might, hey, outlets are having this sale, or this is going on at the outlets. Right away, he's gonna switch off. He had a plan, but now he's got to switch because this thing came up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I agree. Like, focus. That's the biggest thing. My younger self was a victim, not a victim, but a result of like just trying to do everything at the same time. I was like always yes, 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 and then I found myself tired. I found myself frustrated, because for to be honest, owning a business is not roses and butterfly. There's always a curveball, and when you have your hands tied up in so many different activities and something happens, now you have to push different stuff. You delayed certain things, and then okay, you fix that one thing, and the next thing you know, it just pushed the whole thing in delays. I've been like, the really the only reason why I got to where I'm at today is because I focused on eBay for my first 2 years. I didn't even mess with any other platforms. Like literally, all I did was post Instagram stories, Instagram post, and source and list for 2 years straight, only eBay, and then added different apps along the way. And even up to this point, focus is eBay and then whatnot. Those two. And unless I can make those two solid, I'm I'm very like leery of taking any other, projects.
All right, number three. Don't fall in love with your product.
Not applicable.
So this is so many times the business you start isn't the business you end up with. Markets change, customers' needs change, and you'll need to change along with it. Falling in love with your product or service can keep you in a fixed mindset, not allowing you to see the opportunities in front of you. This can keep you stuck and keep you from innovating. Well, this is kind of.
Say it
I
again,
would,
say it again. Say the last points.
so falling in love with your product or service can keep you in a fixed mindset, not allowing you to
Mm,
see the opportunities in front of you. This can keep you stuck and keep you from innovating. True,
God.
true. If you're a drug dealer, sneakers envy. Number three is big. Sometimes the market isn't what it is. Sneaker flip find.
Right. Like I used to have hundreds of hype pairs. Now I only have probably 30.
Well, that's the thing I was gonna say. So, don't fall in love with your product, which is kind of like. So, what about like the hype beast seller?
Yeah.
I mean, do they really love sneakers? Yes or no? Some do,
Not really.
some don't. I
Some,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
some just got into it because everyone else
There's
was getting into it.
yeah, and there's money in it, right? Like it's kind of
Yeah,
like everybody became a crypto guru, right? And then
yeah.
where they're at now, right? And it's in every industry. Um, and I think it's easy to get swayed if there's money, right? And you can tell somebody is just in it for money or somebody's in it for the love of the game. And those are two different. I think if we stick to the being entrepreneurs, I would say the most successful entrepreneurs are the ones that are passionate about their product or their goal of what they want to achieve by selling this, right? Like for us, like yes, we're passionate about sneakers or streetwear or selling on eBay, but really what we're trying to pursue is actually the freedom, the time, the ability to own our time. So, and it's just so happen along the way we like what we do to achieve that goal. So I think that combo gets you. But if you're just too over, like this is the only way kind of mentality, hype, like okay, in the sneakers world there's so many sneakers, right? And if you just focus on like, okay, I'm the mids seller guy and this is it, I'm only selling mids. Where are those mid sellers now? Oh, I sold them for 250, 300. Where are they at now? Gone. Because if you don't pivot and you're stuck with all those mids, they're going for retail, you know. And if that's what you chase, but again, you have to be able to pivot quick, and at the end of the day, use the same, I would say, business process. Just try to funnel whether hype shoes, mid shoes, or some low cost shoes.
And kind of like, who was it earlier that was saying that they sold a toy or trying to see about toys. Now, the
Mhm.
thing is like sometimes there's opportunities that just come across to you in your area or something that you have access to. And I don't think that you should just automatically deny opportunities, but you should definitely really plan things out and see if that's really going to work for you and the business. Maybe you do have to pivot into something else. Like, um, for us or for me, like the Ross game and doing all of that so well until stores started closing,
Hmm.
until things changed, and then we had to pivot, and then eventually I pivoted into hats. Like that wasn't my plan either,
Right, right.
but I do enjoy the eBay business and running a business that way. I like
Yeah,
listening and watching videos, anybody talking about, even if they're thrifters and they sell clothing. Like I want to know what their process is. How does that
yeah.
work? What doesn't work? I mean, it's super interesting. Let me go back to the comments. Let me see. Select goods, wait, but we shouldn't say yes to every opportunity. There we go. Intramorph. That's how businesses like Sears, Toys R Us failed, stuck in their ways and refusing to adapt to the times.
Hmm.
Let me see. You never get high in your own supply, Eric D. Which that does happen from time to time. Like these are dope. I'm keeping these. But then, do you have capital or not? You're just
You
like,
can sell it, make more money.
there you go, N Palma. That was me. Found a couple of toys from. I'll have high sell through and okay return from what I've seen.
Hmm.
Some clip that of B saying he's the mid seller. Let's see. Baker brand. Here we go. Hit that like button. So yeah, definitely interesting. I think that one's definitely one that we could use into what we do today. All
Yeah.
right, here we go. Number 4. Talk about what you do. You may have. Oh, wait. You may have been raised not to talk about sensitive topics like money, politics, or religion with people, or told that discussing what you do is impolite. But when you're in business for yourself, you must get into the habit of talking about it with everyone you meet. So we talked about this 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
How we're like, Eric,
How
you
do you
forgot.
describe yourself,
Yeah,
right?
how do you describe yourself?
How do you describe your business, right?
Yeah, most of you guys said like e-commerce,
Hmm.
um, or e-commerce business.
Hmm.
No one really said reseller.
Hmm.
B said that he's at a bar, he's CEO, or he's
Yeah, yeah. I'm a philanthropist, uh, an an investor, a high return investor. Buy
there he
for
goes.
20, sell for 100.
Sneaker flip fine, aspiring seven-figure
Seven,
seller.
exactly,
Of
exactly.
course, we know that one. But here's the interesting thing. Oh, when people ask what I do, I answer I'm a bum. Big
Yeah,
Money Mo. CEO and CFO.
and the janitor as well.
Janitor. Do you say I'm unemployed?
Yeah, I'm unemployed.
So talk about what you do.
Yeah.
Do you talk about what you do to other potential resellers in your area?
No. To be honest, I mean, which I only talk to people and share what I do to people that I think has, all right, put it this way, redo. I
Okay, okay, go
only
ahead, go ahead.
talk about my business with what I do to passionate people in any other industry.
Okay.
Um, Meaning I only want would to open up to people that can elevate me. In a sense where I have a friend that have a very successful mechanic shop, a car shop. It's a mechanic, very hands on, every great customer service. I have a friend that's the number one heart surgeon in Cincinnati. Like those are the people that I want to communicate with, because again, as they say, iron sharpens iron. You when eagles fly, they never see doves or pigeons, they only see other eagles. So
Mm.
that's kind of like my mentality. Now, I'm not saying I'm not gonna help people that are trying to be up and coming, which pretty much the reason why we do this, right? We share our experiences to people, we help mentor people. um but as far as just like openly talking about it, I'm very careful about it, because again, it could ruin your day, or you could get frustrated because if they don't really know you, or they don't have a context about what you've done, then then it it could be a bad vibe. Get a bad vibe.
Usually, what happens though, if you do talk to people that maybe like you run into someone that you haven't seen in a while, or something happens, right? What usually happens is, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, can you sell this for me on eBay?
Oh
Or
no.
like, can I go with you
I
next
be
time you
like,
go sourcing?
I'm gonna be
Or
like, I'll buy your product for $10, but I'm not gonna sell it for you.
yeah. That's usually what happens. And the answer is no.
Yeah,
I can't sell anything for you, and
yeah.
no, you can't
Like
go with me or ride along next time. Um, you can watch the videos though.
that's what I say. If you truly know what I want to do, go watch Hustler Hacks, or if you want to go deep, go watch our Out Hustled series.
Or be here on the Wednesday live shows.
We'd be here on Wednesday live. Yeah,
That's all
exactly.
be asked. That's it.
Or like all our social media posts. I mean, you gotta show support and say hi, dude. I have like people like DMing like, "Yo, I need to ask you something," and I've never seen this person like or anything like that. Just like somebody just asked something. I'm like, hi, good evening, please. Good evening too. How are you doing? Can we make small talks? And that's, I think, why I don't, because some, not just sellers, some people just don't have like proper manners on how to communicate. They're just like, hey, do you have this? I'm like,
Hey, can you give me something? Can I get something
yeah,
out of you?
yeah. It's like, can you give? Oh, the biggest thing is like, the funny thing is pandas. When pandas were like selling for 300, they're like, hey y'all, can you get me pandas? Like, yeah, 285. Oh, I thought there were only 110 retail.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, So I was like, yeah,
JC says
Jason gets mad.
not even a hello, not even a
Not-
hi.
yeah, Jason gets annoyed.
Sneaker flip fine, man. Facts be so. Yeah, interesting about talking about what you do and who you talk with. Like you said, you're always looking to someone that's gonna level up. Someone. What
Yeah,
about someone that has like a GTR? Like, would you
yeah,
talk
oh
to
yeah,
that person and
yeah.
learn a couple of
Yeah.
things? Oh,
That
okay.
person found my Achilles heel. It's like, hey, I'll let you ride my GTR. That's what he said. It's like, oh,
Oh,
sure.
sure. There we go.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
number 5, which you kind of mentioned this. It's kind of funny. That's the next one. Humble yourself.
Mm.
When I meet an entrepreneur, I can always tell who's been in business for a while and who's brand new. A seasoned entrepreneur is someone who has battle scars. Being an entrepreneur can test the resolve of even the strongest person and leave them with a huge slice of humble pie. Be humble when you're getting started. Accept help, advice, support from those who have come before you, because you're building something that's never been built before. Even if you are selling an identical product as someone else, it's still brand new to you. You'll have slip ups, angry customers, employee issues, product problems, and the like as you learn and grow. Stay humble so you can get through the learning curve a tad less scathed. I mean, this, I was gonna say that maybe the days of like IG entrepreneurs has gone down, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I feel like I see new ones all the time, like running
Yeah.
ads.
It's just that we just ignore them now.
Yeah,
We just
exactly.
ignore them harder.
They're 6-figure sellers, they're 7-figure sellers, they have a YouTube channel and they don't even show their face.
Yeah.
Then they just have automatic thousands of dollars coming in.
Right.
They don't even have to do it. It just comes in. It's Amazon sellers that don't source, sell, they don't do anything. They actually just chill,
Mm-hmm.
drinking a little lemonade on the side, chilling by the pool. 6-7 figures just roll in the bank.
Right. Passive
Um,
income. Passive income.
passive, super
Passive.
passive.
Yeah.
And that's the thing though, is like, humbling yourself, I always feel like anything can change at any point. So it's kind of like the time where you feel like you're at like the top, and then something else just happens and you're bound down at the bottom again.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of crazy though is that, let's say 3 years ago, like Gary V Prime videos and everything that he's talking about and all of that. I went recently to see like what is Gary Vee really into now. Like I haven't
Mhm.
been into any Gary Vee stuff in so long, and a lot of his videos are like 2K views, 4K views, and
Mhm.
we're talking
Yeah.
about like 3 4 years ago we're talking 500K views, a million views plus. And don't get me wrong, he's making a ton of money no matter what.
Right.
But when you're looking at just how quickly things can change, and that's where
Right.
I think a lot of people that get like 5 minutes of fame or things like
Right.
that, they come on like a reality show or they get big somehow, and the next thing you know, it's just like, well, you're back where you were. Like
Mhm.
it's quick. What are you
Yeah.
gonna say?
You just I I want to be like the goal is to be the most humble person in the room, um, and at the same time the smartest and the most hungry. Right. For me, I think that's always what I want to do because like you get comfortable if you're not. Um, Being humble makes you take on a different perspective that maybe you're not humble because you're surrounding yourself with people that are not growing and you're the only one that's a top dog out of right. Like let's just say like if we all made $1,000 and all of a sudden I make 10,000, and those are the people that just kind of get big headed real quick, right? And next thing you know, mismanaged the 10,000 now is back to zero. Then now all of a sudden there's no relationship left because you have soured it. And we've seen it here in the community, right? Like um but I think being humble and just what's being humble mean? Well, what do you mean? For me, being humble means it's like always still willing to help. It don't matter how big you get. Um, Always still looks out for the common good of everybody and not is like not a selfish person. That for me is like a humble like I want to be humble in a way that I want to think about everybody else and not just me. I think that's how I see humbleness.
Well, maybe the opposite. Maybe I feel like the non-humble would be like going somewhere and be like, "Don't you know who I am?"
The entitlement.
Like I'm like, who says that kind of stuff? And I feel like if you're a humble person, then you're willing to talk to anybody or
Right, for sure.
anybody that you meet or talk to. Like, yeah, like you don't have to tell them every
No,
business thing that
no.
you do or giving
Right,
away every secret, but you're there to meet new people. And you're not, I don't know, just
right.
ignoring just because you think you're better than someone.
I think that's the main reason why I don't when I'm like operating and doing what we do daily, besides the social media aspect, I don't want to come off as Hustlebee. I don't want to be like, "Hey, I'm Hustlebee." Like, no, hey, I'm Ken. And then it's funny because it happened in our local outlet. Like I've been hustling here since 2017 and nobody, they literally call us the Asian couple, me and JC. Oh, the Asian couple, right? And then now we start knowing their names. They call me Ken and JC. And not until the whatnot ads that's when they start realizing that the Asian couple is the hustle bee. So now I get compliments like, man, like that's crazy. Like you've been shopping here for so long, but you've never once told me who you are in social media, but you're just grinding. And I think a lot of people like I've gotten compliments. And for me, that was like those are like the best compliments that I didn't grow my business through just using oh do you know who I am kind of mentality, but in a way like okay they're just consistent people and they're just nice and kind people. So I think like I hate entitlement in general. It don't matter how rich you are. Like for me, you're the poorest person if you're entitled.
And that's the thing though, is like you don't have to be some sort of like on TV or YouTube or
Hmm.
IG or anything like that. You could just be, someone that I mean, let's say like Big Money Mo always gives us examples. Like he's always going to the outlets. He sees the
Yeah,
people every day. Now, if he
yeah,
says, "You don't know who I am," or "Don't you know who I am," because he's there every day,
hmm,
that would completely change compared to the person that was like bringing them pizza or something and saying
hmm,
hi to everybody every day. It's like you quickly change when something doesn't go your way, right? When it's kind of
right,
like they could tell Mo, "Hey, you know what? 2 pairs today. 2 pairs. You know what? Going forward, we're not even gonna give you 5 pairs or 10 pairs
right.
or nothing." And then you completely change on them because you don't like whatever rule or
Hmm,
something, the entitlement side of it. Um,
hmm,
but I guess the humble side too is just kind of like what, let me see, sneaker pickers. Being humble is taking the lowest position when you are down a person in your business and elevate everyone else's position. Don't sweat being $1 million man sweeping the floor.
mm.
And I also feel like honestly, that's when you're on top. I guess like that. Let's say you are like CEO or something.
Right.
Technically, you should know what every position does,
Yeah. The best.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
No, like the the best CEOs or top managers are the ones that have went through the ranks, or
exactly.
or if you didn't, you took time to understand each ranks. Because I think empathy is very important. Partner with being humble, because you cannot lower yourself to a certain level if you don't understand what that level is about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we see it all the time. Even when when I work too, there was like bosses that were just like they're above that, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, 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 yeah,
me doing
yeah.
that work,
Yeah.
I'm above that, and
Hmm.
it's insane. But it's like realistically, yeah, if you step in and you do that dirty work and you're there, yeah, you'll a lot of respect also will come from that too, and be like, hey, like this person really wants to make sure things are working right and
Hmm.
they're doing well and they're putting in that work. Let me see. Taxes just humbled one of my buddies who was moving a lot of sneakers and just got put in check big time. That's wild.
Mm.
Clark Kent. I went to a car auction 3 years ago with 9K in my pocket. This dealer bought 2 dumps at 60K a piece, cashier check. Oh man. Let me see. There's a man with money named Mo who says he's not big money Mo. Intramorph. Let me see. Oh, we got 2 left. So this one I didn't understand. Let's see how we could figure this, how it would work with our
Okay.
business. So, number 6, problem looking for a solution. So it says, don't create a solution to a problem no one has. So shift your mindset from creating something clever to creating something that actually solves a problem. If you created a solution to a problem no one has, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Instead focus on the type of people you want to serve and solve their problems. Examine your target audience. What do they need that they are lacking?
Hmm.
So let me ask you that as a shoe clothing seller.
Hmm.
How do you interpret that? Like what?
That I think that's very true. The most successful service or products are the ones that are solving problems.
Okay.
The you know the so in a way, this is how I explain it. Like, so why do they need why is there a market for eBay, right? And the question, and what I always have responded to people is like, humans are creatures of habits. So people start getting accustomed to wearing the same exact shoe, and they just want it, the same exact shoe. Perfect example: Air Max 2017, one of the greatest Air Max ever made, and people still buy it, and people still look for it, and even Nike still produces it. So for us, if we can provide that to certain people through eBay, which is past season items, new past season items, then we actually have filled that need or that problem for people. Perfect example is Rob Gronkowski, Big Rob Gronk. Gronk uses the same cleats since he's had in college.
Hmm. I didn't know
So
that.
now, hence why the reason why like the Vapor Carbon 2.0 is one of the highest selling and it's 2014, made in 2014, and then not until this year or last year they remade them,
Mm.
right? And all that gap was a problem waiting for a solution to be filled, and we have filled that. And we buy from discount retailers, which are old past season items that people want, and we provide it for them. So I think that's where we fit in. That's I think that's the solution. That's the problem that we're providing solution for. And again, through shipping and all the e-commerce platform, then they don't have to go and find a deal in an outlet where they might not have their size.
So Southtown finds people need more pandas.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry, Nike solving that problem themselves.
Exactly what Bezos did with Amazon. Big money mo. The way I look at it, I'm a contractor for Nike and Amazon, eBay.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I've always
Super,
said like I'm a fashion I'm a personal shopper.
superstition and emotional connection. A lot of athletes do the same.
Hmm.
It's called anchoring, says Yaroslav.
Hmm.
So I would also say something that we would be for a solution would be like trying to fill maybe like a shoe or a need. Let's say you have a student athlete in high school
Hmm.
and you're a single mom that maybe wants to find a great deal on track
True.
shoes,
Yeah,
and who
they're
was it that found
$160 in Nike at
exactly
that
they're
point. Yeah.
160 bucks. It's like, oh, I can't afford that, that's a lot. And what are you going to do, where are you going to look? You search eBay, you want to find a great deal.
Hmm.
Sneaker flip found 3 pairs of track shoes at Ross
Yeah.
at 20.
Yeah.
Now they don't know you got them for 20,
Yeah.
but you're still offering a great price
Yeah.
that they can still save money on as a whole and get a
Right.
great deal for their son or daughter or something.
Right.
Like,
I think the one of the greatest business model, if you think about it, if you source it cheap enough, you can offer it for half of retail. I think it's a win-win situation. If you could sell something half its retail and you're over doubling your money after everything's said and done, and the consumer is saving half of sticker price, I think that's why the s- even the secondhand market of used items is thriving,
yeah.
even at a rough economy right now. I mean, talk about hype sneakers. If you want to sell used hype sneakers, it's thriving. Just have to be able to find them.
Yeah. And I think that I know we talked about economy stuff, but if you have, you know, great prices on stuff and you're still making great ROI,
Yeah,
I mean, even though the price might be considered low,
yeah,
but if you sourced it low, I mean, you're
yeah.
making great money from it. I mean, it's your business is going to keep thriving at that point.
Hmm. Hmm.
People can't say new price and still want the looks. Sticker flip,
Yeah,
fine.
and I think the which majority of America is middle class,
Yeah.
so uh, the people that are trying to ball in a budget or trying to look good for better deal, I think that's why like this business is knock on wood is economy proof. I think
Assuming you can source cheap enough.
that's why. That's why that the greatest advantage we have in America is we can drive everywhere.
True.
We can drive everywhere. Like you can go to Phoenix, I can go to Chicago, I can go to Atlanta. Like we can drive everywhere.
All right, here's the last one. Let's see what B thinks. Here we go. Last one. Revenue generating activities versus non revenue generating activities.
Okay. Like making an app.
Don't get caught up in busy work that doesn't make you money. If you find that you are wildly busy, start a to do list and get it all out on paper. Once you're finished getting it all down, separate every task into a revenue generating column and a non revenue generating column. Make sure you are working on your revenue generating column each day. Don't let tasks that don't make you money consume your day.
Yep.
Hmm.
aka fooling around.
That's like that's
Stop fooling around.
here's a question for the chat though. Like, do you ever get into a position to where you are doing something that's like, let's say it's fun, you're with your
Mm.
family, maybe you're doing something else, but the back of your head, you're like, I'm not making any money doing this.
Right.
Does that bother you? Does it not bother you? But the thing is, with eBay though, you can be in a movie and something sells.
Yeah, like
Same
literally,
thing on
like yeah.
Amazon or anything like that. You could be asleep, you wake up, there's sales. So technically, you could still be making money
Yeah.
at all
Yeah.
times.
What's that term? Sneakers envy. You have to remind me. It's the happiness happiness bucket. What was that thing? He said something. There's a term that he said. Just make sure that he's gonna tell me. This guy remembers everything. Um, but as long as it's like it's like fulfilling something, right?
Hmm.
Whether it's like your emotional happiness or psychological happiness, um, and either your bank filling up your bank, right, or your money, your financial bucket. I think overall it's still good, right? Because it can't be work too much. It can't be all family too much. Um, because then one or the other you could just go crazy. Um, and I think at the end of the day you just have to start knowing yourself, right?
Yeah.
But I do agree. I do agree. A lot of people act busy but not productive. The
Hmm.
goal is to be productive, not busy. Put it that way, because at the end of the day, especially like when you start, I mean, put it this way: there are people here that have full time jobs, and still have full time hustle, right?
Oh, 100%.
Should be super focused. Sneakers Envy says balance between the ant and the grasshopper, right? So let me tell you the story, right? The ant just pretty much saves for the rainy day. Just works, 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 and doesn't get to enjoy summer. The
Mm.
grasshopper, on the other end, just fools around, plays around all summer. Then come wintertime, grasshopper don't have is barely surviving,
Mm.
right? So there's a balance between that. You should be able to put your head down and just work hard, but at the same time be a grasshopper on your own enjoyment, not on what people expect you to do, right? The same way I did, like we just work so hard, borderline. People say unhealthy. Oh, you're not sleeping enough, right? But oh, I'll sleep enough, at the beach, at a vacation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean it's optimizing to achieve. Oh, there you go. It's about optimizing time and resources to achieve happiness.
Sneakers envy.
You know.
Very nice. Jimmy says, yeah, whenever I'm bored somewhere, I think of that. For example, whenever I go to Philly or Maryland, I get bored at my relative's house. I go to local Ross, Burlington, Marshalls for sourcing. There you
there,
go.
there you go. There you go. Um, yeah,
eBay Poshman, what's up? Let me see
yeah,
Intramorph. It does bother me until I remind myself that I won't be thinking, damn, I should have worked more hours instead of enjoying moments on my deathbed.
facts.
So that's where we always, it always happens to get to like that work life balance conversation, which
Yeah.
it's different for everybody. It's
Mm-hmm.
not going to be the same. And what everyone has goals wise, like it's just like you have to figure that out. And there's a lot of times too where I just don't feel like that really exists because not every day is like guaranteed that you're going to be hitting
Yeah.
this and doing that. Like when you're working for yourself, you have all the hats on, right? Your customer
Mm-hmm.
service, you're the
Mm-hmm.
shipper, you're the
Mm-hmm.
sourcing guy, you're all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're also, like in your case, you're also the husband. Like
Yeah.
you're also, you're providing, you're working, you're doing a bunch
Right.
of stuff. So it's kind of like you got to figure that out for yourself. And everyone's time, money, situation, everything's different.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just learning, what works for other people and trying it out. And if it works for you, great. And if not, tweak it a little bit. And I think that's the biggest thing that I have learned from Glenn. when I started. Like, not a lot of people would know that I started because of Glenn. The way our life is structured right now. It's like, but wait, like you take so many vacation and Glenn doesn't. Like, how did you learn from him? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not because like I didn't copy everything he did. I I I followed a lot of the principles that he's done, consistency, focus, and then I made it my own.
Yeah.
That's why like I do things the way I do, right? Like and then just exploring. There you go. You're inspired, right? So if he can create a business, I mean, I'm not a YouTuber still, right? And he's a YouTuber, right? Or you could call me an Instagrammer, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like a whatnot seller, and he's not a big whatnot seller, and vice versa. I mean, even at this level, Sneakers Envy's even way bigger eBay seller than us now. So I think there's just things that you just catch and apply, and if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, try another way, right? But again, ultimately, the goal is to achieve what we truly want. Um, for me, it's like be financially taken care of and be fulfilled. So if you can find those two activities that you can do that be financially taken care of, and then you're happy, you're living a meaningful life. Like Intramorph said, I'm not gonna lay on my deathbed. It's like, man, I wish I went to one more Ross, or man, I wish I took one more vacation. So there you go. Huge props to Glenn. Hit that like button. We only have 23. So yes, forever grateful. Retrospective gear.
Ah, my
uh
boy,
there you go, there
retrospective.
you go. So yeah, so that's why again, this is part of the whole community, why we do what we do, why we do what we do. Just giving back and helping each other elevate each other's business.
Adam's comment: I resell full time, but I take care of my elderly mother full time due to health issues, and I constantly think that I could be selling, but taking care of her takes me away from doing that.
Mhm.
And that's why there's like, with which I agree, and I think that being there with your mother is like way more important than any other money making thing. And that's the thing where like there's times also in the mornings where yeah, I need to pull inventory, but I
Mhm.
also want to, you know, feed my daughters, have the bottom, there you go, and
Yeah.
spending time with her too. There's times where, there's I got to do shipping, but I'm there for bath time. Like
Mhm.
I'm not gonna miss any bath times, and I haven't already. And to just keep that going is taking care of, my daughter and keep that up. And I don't care whatever work it is, it's definitely gonna be
Right.
pushed aside no matter what.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of figuring out what's more important.
Yeah. Priority. Nobody's too busy. If it's important enough, you're gonna make time.
Yeah, 100%. There we go. Let me see. Glenn deserves his roses, DJ Bright. Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
There you go.
Okay, so we had revenue generating activities versus non revenue. We had don't fall in love with your product. A problem, looking for a solution. Humble yourself. Talk about what you do or not, depending on who's
Mhm.
there. Just because you can doesn't mean you should when it comes to opportunities that come your way. And create your own structure, which of course was our first one,
Mhm.
which is probably going to lay the foundation for all the other ones.
Yeah.
You have to have that structure in the business and what's working or not working, but also that you know how to work every single hat that we talked about,
Mhm.
because you are going to need to know all of these things to start
Yeah.
off. And that's the part that, hey, sourcing looks fun until you got an angry customer because you sent them the wrong size, or
Yeah.
or someone said that's a fake, you sent me a
Well,
fake.
mismatch. It
Yeah,
ran, it ran smaller than my other Jordans. I'm like,
exactly.
like yeah, right. It's yeah. So again, I mean, chat. What's your favorite? What's your favorite? So let me ask Glenn. I mean, you've read this more than I have. What's your favorite in all seven? I think if there's number one, if what's number one for you?
It has to be the humble one. I
Number
just
one.
I just think that like if you're humble about it, and the success that you find, even if you keep growing and growing and to get bigger and bigger. Like, if you don't get a big head to where you think you're better than everybody, I think
Mm-hmm.
you'll just continue to, to, I don't know, to strive at things. You won't fall because you have nothing there to. I guess it also related to like, I don't know, like insecurities as well. Like you said, you have to know
Mm-hmm.
yourself. And there's a lot of insecurities in there to where people are like, man, I have to have a Lambo. Well,
Mm-hmm.
why?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're trying to, like, you need to impress? Or,
Right.
like, does that make you better looking? Does that make you
Right.
more attractive to people? Like, do you
Right.
need these certain things? And there's times, too, I know everyone probably in the chat at one point, too, were like, you're looking at a lot of these shoes that you have, maybe they're worth two, three, four, $500, and you're just like, who needs these?
Mm.
All right, you're just like,
That's
no one
true.
needs these,
No.
and they want them.
Yeah.
Why? Do they really
Yeah.
like them? Do they need to
Yeah.
impress? Do they need to show people that they have $500 shoes on? Why?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say yours?
I would say I would say the last part is the revenue
Activities?
the revenue generating and non-revenue. Um I think those two is those two are very important if you figure out what you truly want, right? Because it's not all about revenue. Like I've said this. Me and JC have talked about it. Like next year, I want to like go off for a month, like not work for a month, like live an island life for a month, and 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 save up for it and make it happen. And it's not impossible; it's very possible. It's just a matter of choice. So that's a non-generating activity that you could use as a positive experience for life. So I'm more about like a more meaningful life compared to a more money life. Yes, money does afford you a lot of things, but at the end of the day, you really don't need a lot of money to be truly happy.
Yeah.
I think that's what's more important to me. So, um, oh, there you go, Stickers NVCS. You can do that with a proper employee in place. So, you could hire an employee and pay the employee. But yeah, I think that's my favorite. Adam said, structure number one. He needs structure. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah, the structure
those are
one's really
those
important.
are all good tips. I think, and again, we love these kinds of conversations. We love these kinds of topics because it makes us think. It makes us elevate. It makes us question. Like, am I really doing this for the right reasons, and am I really doing this for more important reasons, right? Like, am I just doing this to flex? Am I just doing this for clout? And that's what I always ask myself. In the world of social media, I always asking like, why am I doing this? Am I doing this for more followers? Am I just doing this for flex, for clout? And then when I answer no, I go harder at it. But when I feel a hint of, oh, I want to show that guy that told me I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to prove other people
Uh,
wrong. Then I'm like, okay, it's not worth it. It's not worth
yeah.
the effort just to like, you know, rub it on somebody's face, right? But
Yeah.
and
Now
and
you're
that's
doing
why,
things for totally different
yeah,
reasons. It's not
exactly,
even.
right? So I think that's why that question I always ask myself. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like sneakers envy, like someone that is, I mean, done so much and beautiful family and
Hmm.
like we say with the GTR, it's just kind of like sneakers envy's not here flexing, showing cars
No,
or even his face on anything
yeah,
to
I mean,
to show off
nobody has the
anything.
luxury to see his face. Put
And
it
he's
that
done
way.
so much, and that's what I'm saying. Like you don't need any clout to
Hmm.
prove anything to anybody.
Right.
Intramorph, they did a study a while back about how after a certain dollar amount, more money doesn't increase happiness
Yeah.
or
Yeah. I think it
satisfaction.
was 75K. Yeah. For an individual. That's pretty good money.
Yeah. Rory Matt, I'm for doing this to pay my mortgage and retire comfortably. But I do live a little in case I die before the 30-year mortgage is paid off. Yeah, and that's the thing though too is like, I mean, I think everyone wants to get to that point to where like you have that good money that came in, or maybe you saved up, or you were smart about it, to where you can just chill.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the goal for everybody. Nobody technically wants to work forever. I mean, I would maybe some do. Um, but what do you think about people that do retire and they're like, I don't even know, I don't have a purpose anymore. Have you
That
seen?
that that's when I want to die. I want to die when I don't have a purpose anymore. Because I
Okay.
don't want to be stuck in that. I feel like there's like a stuck X amount of years that you're just trying to survive. Like I don't want to have that feeling. I want to be like, like in a way, like like those kind of like cool, like the Paul Walker story.
Hmm.
Like he died loving everything he did prior to that. The Ken Block story, he died doing what he loved the most. The Senna story, love doing, like, I want to do that. I want to try to push myself to my extreme limits and be like, B had a heart attack because B was like sourcing so hard. I'm like, man, like B died going live at
What?
SneakerCon or something like that. I'm like, I want that story. Then Glenn be like, yeah, man, I saw B the last 5 years, and B wasn't happy anymore, and B was just in his couch, not doing anything, and then he died. That's Big Money
Stop
Mo.
that live
Stop
right
this
now,
live
says Big Buddy Bo.
right
Oh man, that was hilarious. Um, Big Buddy Bo.
Big Money Mo. Big Money Mo. I'm like, he died because like he piled his shoes too high and it got
What?
trampled on.
What the heck?
A
A
rack
rack of
of
shoes.
shoes fell.
Oh man. What I was saying was, I guess to where.
B B tried to get ripped and drank so much pre-workout, and he was
What?
so jacked and died.
What the heck? Now we just went off the rails on the list. I mean, I see. I guess because where you get to, maybe because when people do have that I guess what they're working and what they love, and it goes away, they need something else to kind of like fulfill that void, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
So if it's not, I don't know. I guess if you're older and you do say, let's say you get grandkids or something, then that's
yeah.
kind of a different story. It's kind of like, well, I do
Oh,
have a
dude.
purpose because of the kids. Like, I want
Yeah,
to be there for
yeah,
them.
that's cool. I teach my grandkids hustling off the rip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be flipping shoes at the nursing home. The New Balance 5,000 or the New Balance Grill Masters. You know,
The monarch.
the Monarchs. Um,
Rory, man. You missed your opportunity when you found the 3 cards of elite cleats at Burlington. Look at 3 legs. There you go.
he died watching daytime soaps. Yeah, that's the worst story. I would never want that, Rory, man. He died in Ohio. In Ohio, like, come on. I would have died on an island or something like that.
Intramorph, the death rate within 5 years of retiring is pretty high.
Yeah, yeah.
Mile High Hustle, there he
Yeah.
is. Okay, so why are they so high? Because the purpose
They
is no
lose
longer
purpose
there.
for sure. They lose purpose, man. They lose purpose.
But what about the people that hate their job,
Oh,
retire, then pass away? Because their purpose, if they hated what they did every single day, their purpose wasn't necessarily there anyway, though.
yeah. It was just to make money and just got stuck and didn't want to change. That's it, right? Like there's yeah. I wouldn't say there's so much opportunity, but there's always opportunity to change the direction if you want it that bad. You know.
Intramore, but
And
there's still structure. Interesting. So, Adam, retirement literally killed my father. The feeling of no purpose is very detrimental.
oh,
So,
wow.
having, and that's the thing, though. So, what would be the new purpose, though, after
Yeah,
retirement?
yeah.
And how do you find that?
Yeah, you have to create. You have to keep creating. Um, I mean, that's why you have to recreate yourself. you cannot be like, okay, like my goal is to hit 1 million, and the next thing you know, you hit 1 million, you don't know what to do. Right
Yeah.
now, you spend your million, and then you're back to zero. Right.
True.
Again, like even Poshman said, like live from the nursing home, Glenn and B. I mean, we've been doing this for what, 6 years now?
Yeah.
And still, I mean, we still love it, right? Because again, we find purpose in doing this. So I think, yeah, but if work is your purpose, that's the problem. Oh,
Mm.
that's it.
Okay.
That's the thing. That's why, like, that's why a lot of people don't want to retire. They just work till like they can't, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've heard this term like, oh, I'll start dying once I retire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, also though, there's a point of, if there's so much structure, and you've been doing the same thing for 20 years and not trying to do anything differently. Oh, that's dangerous,
Yeah.
because that's like pulling the plug when you retire. And
I guess your
it will,
body's so accustomed
yeah, and it
to.
will come to a point that you'll have to be forced to retire,
Mm.
because now you're not efficient in what you do.
Let me see. Let me go back. There's another good comment in here. Let me see what it was. Oh, dope topic. It's hard to retire with great insurance. KC flip and fold 100%. That one is a good comment. Let me see. Fishing and golf. There you go, David.
Mm-hmm.
Southtown. I want to retire and run a cattle ranch like Yellowstone. Very
Mm-hmm.
nice. I mean, finding that second or third, I guess, like purpose, whether it is a hobby or something else. I mean, it will definitely take time as well.
Yeah.
Um, but also some of the full time resellers in here. If you had a full time job, how was your first couple of weeks as a full time reseller? Didn't it feel weird?
Yeah.
Not working. Like I felt like what am I doing? Is not that I felt kind of like Big Money Mo said I'm a bum, but I felt kind of like I was not doing something when I really was. It
Yeah.
was a weird feeling of,
I felt the opposite the only time I got a job.
oh, you
I
felt the
felt like,
opposite.
oh, I felt like, when like I've been, hustling and then getting a job. It's so weird leaving at 5 and not having to think about anything.
Yeah,
Like, that
exactly.
was hard. That was the hardest thing. It's so weird to leave my work and not think about, oh, did so and so hit their goals? Did,
Mm,
like, are we gonna hit our, like, not stressing was so weird. I mean, it's not stress. It's not like trying to think about anything beyond 5. I hated that, but at the same time, I hated waking up early morning. so
exactly.
so I guess, again, it's finding what you truly like, you know. Um, so I think, how I'm gonna retire and work for B. What you talking about? Uh, uh, is he gonna be my golf playmate, or we could write a book. That'd be a
You
good
could write a
retirement.
book.
Write a book.
You could write a book.
Yeah.
Baker Brand. A lot of military vets have that issue after serving 20 plus years, and same thing for. I mean, we see it all the time with NFL, NBA players. I mean, if
Mm.
all you've known your entire life was football,
Yeah.
I mean, and then you're done, and some of it, maybe you're done at an early age because of an injury.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And then
also
now
very
you don't.
tough.
That's worse. That's worse, I think.
Yeah.
Like being injured and then having so much potential and not being able to. Um, and then, or you could go like the Shaq route, become a commentator, like the Charles Barkley, like it's still relevant and keep doing.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing though, is like because the higher, like if you're like a Drew Brees or a Tom Brady,
Yeah.
you've got $1 million deals being a
Yeah.
commentator. I mean, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Shaq did something smart because he has multiple businesses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's not just a commentator, so he went, and that's the thing though, is like, which
He
goes back to the
reinvented himself, right?
exactly,
Yeah. And then
and
now at this point, he has different purpose.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I guess you go back to the humble yourself part.
Yeah. Right. Like
Because what if you were a flexer when you were in the league and now you don't have any
oh,
money?
where's who's those flexers in the league?
Well,
Where's
here's the thing
AI?
though. If Iverson didn't have the Reebok deal,
He'd be toast.
those, I mean, so much went into, they were so smart to work out that deal for him.
Yeah. So yeah, he'd be. he'd be the biggest kind of like meme because such a flexer, and then now gone. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see. You have to have other interests and passions, and we've talked about that on other live shows, and we got into kind of that's where like do resellers have hobbies?
Hmm.
Remember that was kind of one of our
Yeah,
topics.
yeah.
Um, Something being taken away from you to powers beyond your control is where you can be humbled quick, 100%.
Hmm.
Adam. Many NBA ex NBA getting into legal cannabis, but lots are flopping due to
Yeah,
saturation.
for
So
sure. Yeah,
interesting.
it's just hype business, right? It's
Yeah.
kind of like how Gary Vee told every NBA player to buy cards, and then now hype's gone, or crypto or NFT.
Man, Shaq is just like Papa John's.
Open
Icy
up a
hot.
car shop. Yeah, I would open up a car shop in the Philippines, right by on the islands.
Oh, there we go.
Or I do I even need it? Like I'll restore cars for my own like pleasure, right? And then afternoon, hang out at the beach. I really wanna. I do wanna. Now, dude, am I getting old? I'm saying like, oh, I want to go down. Like, I sound like an Ohioan. Like, oh, I want to retire by the beach.
Hey, there we go. Oh, Rory, man. AI and Reebok holding on to each other for dear life. All right, fine. Maybe that's
That,
that's a good
that's
comment, Rory.
funny. That's funny.
You can invest into Ross Burlington. There you go.
Man, forget that, man. Like, I'm too old for that. At that point, I'm just like, I'll just chill.
Oh,
I'll
just
just
chill.
chill.
It's just chilling.
Yeah,
All right, we'll have a retirement show. We'll talk
we
retirement
should have.
goals.
Yeah, we should have. Yeah, would be called my last will and testament. What do you tell me what you tell me what you want me to do if you die first, and I'll tell you what you want me to do if you die first.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well, I talked about retirement, not death.
that's dying.
No. I'm gonna open a shoe cleaning kiosk at the outlets. My
That's
life.
funny. Just retire and move up the Ross corporate ladder. Glenn did. Yeah.
Oh, oh man.
Oh, endless a cruise ship. That's cool. I
Endless
did
week.
hear like there's a cruise ship that travel for like 180 days.
What?
Yeah, it's like and the cheapest package was 30 grand per person.
Oh,
To be out for 80 days, and I think it visits 10 continents or ten countries,
wait, 80
something
days or
like that.
180 days?
180,
Oh
180.
man. Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. Now you're getting B ideas.
No.
All right.
I'm gonna sell whatnot tips, $30,000 tips.
All right, we're done. But
We're done.
I like conversations leading into chilling into but you got
Life.
to be smart with the money, you got to be smart with the business. I
Yeah,
mean, if you want to hit those type of goals.
life. That's
Yeah.
why we got 10 years to go before we retire.
10 years? How old am I got like 3
That's pretty good.
years. 40.
You be 40 and 3?
Yeah.
Oh crap! You're
Okay.
old.
Well, all right, we're done, we're done. We'll see you next Wednesday. Oh, you know what, the B's still going live today, so follow the
Yeah,
B. He'll be on Whatnot.
ladies,
And
for the ladies tonight. For the
for the
ladies,
ladies
but
tonight.
tomorrow we'll do men's.
Okay, there we go.
But
All right, we are done. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Keep the business going. Keep it
all right.
booming.
Yes, sir.
And keep flipping out there. So, all right, go ahead and get it. See ya.
Peace. Never
All
settle.
right.